I'm gonna make a deal with you. All right, I'm gonna embarrass myself on the internet, quote unquote embarrass, because I don't really care, right? I'm gonna do this on the internet. I'm gonna post it everywhere. Everyone can see me. Everyone can laugh at me. I'm gonna do this for you, for your entertainment. But the deal is, you have to go approach that woman you are scared of approaching. That's the deal here. All right. I'm gonna do this so you can do that. So I'm gonna first set up the background here. So we were at an arcade, right? A little youth event, and there's these two girls, two white girls, and I saw them a few times at the arcade. They're really skinny. They're like trailer park pasty white, and that's gonna be relevant for later because not only for another reason I'm gonna go over a bit more later, but also because I'm not really attracted to that type of woman. I'm not really attracted to white women in general, but especially those types. Okay. So, anyways, I saw them through the arcade a few times. They're just like whores, right? Not really into them, right? And we were waiting to leave because we were supposed to leave at 8. And then, everyone started gathering up at like 8:15, like, oh, we're going to leave. And then they end up, if you ever been to a Hispanic family meetup, they say they're going to leave and end up talking for an extra hour and a half about some BS. That's basically what happened. So, at about 9:10, we're sitting, waiting, talking crap. And one of my friends, a good friend of mine, he points to those two girls and says, oh, go approach them. And I couldn't see them. I was looking away. So I'm like, oh, well, okay. Sounds fun. I turn around, and it's those two white girls. Like, damn it. Why? Why them? I kind of don't want to because I don't really like approaching women I find unattractive. It's like, great, okay. So we talk a little bit, and I'm like, alright, bro. This will make good video content. That was a light bulb in my head. I didn't want to. I was going to say no. I was like, okay, video content. No matter how this approach goes, it's going to make good video content. So I applied my own advice and just made the goal. Okay, the goal is to approach. No matter what happens, just go up, say something. If it goes absolutely terrible, who cares, right? And that led up to this. And I'm going to explain this by a breakdown. All right. Hopefully you guys can hear this. Let me make sure the audio output is the right one. Yeah, okay. Listen to my friend. He sounds like an autist. Alright, so going up. Zooms in. Good zoom in, cameraman. So those are two girls. I say something nice. I say something very polite. I'm like, you mind if I take a seat here? I'm trying to get the conversation. I'm like, oh, sure. I'm expecting some friendly, oh, sure response. Then I can start, conversation. Even if it doesn't go anywhere, it's fine. But this girl, can you see my mouse? Yes, you can. This girl right here. This other girl didn't really give me any bad reaction. In fact, she seemed a bit receptive, right? But this other girl, she gave me the dirtiest look. She looked at me like this, okay? I'm going to tell you exactly how. I'm probably have to censor it, but she looked at me like, why is this dirty bitch talking to me? She didn't actually say that, but that's exactly how she looked at me. And the reason why I bring up white pasty trailer park, I'm not one of these people who say like, oh, white people are racist and white privilege and all this other crap. That's all BS, right? Propaganda to control the masses. But it is a somewhat true stereotype that the pasty white trailer park women are a bit racist, okay? I think that's a fair stereotype. Not all of them, obviously, but it's a decent stereotype. I think it's somewhat true. And I think that's relevant because her reaction, especially because the other girl's reaction was kind of fine. She was kind of looking at her friend to see, what we're going to do, right? The other one was in the lead. The one that looked at me like I was a dick. Probably shouldn't have said that again because now I have to censor it twice. More work for me. But in any case, she looked at me like that. And there's only two possible options, I believe. She's either really repulsed by my kind. I'm not going to say by anyone of color. Maybe she has like a BBC fetish or something. Or I'm extremely repulsive and ugly. I think one is far more probable than the other. You can make your own judgments. But anyways, I said it. And I kind of got the reaction. I don't like rude girls, so I didn't sit around and take it. I just turned around, had a laugh about it. It's not like, oh my god, they looked at me like I was dirty. You know what? Because I don't feel like censoring it again. Who cares? And you know what? I'm here the next day. And that's the whole video, by the way. The rest is just me walking to camera. I know you want to watch that. I know I'm amazing to look at, but I need to save time. All right. So I just walked back, and it was no big deal, right? and I wasn't crying my eyes out. I'm here the next day. I'm not dead. Okay? So there's a few end lessons, and especially for someone who's dealing with, I don't want to get rejected, I don't want to get rejected. These lessons can be very good for you. The first lesson is the goal was completed. Remember, if you haven't watched my video about how to get over fear of approaching women, check out the playlist in the description and watch that video. This is like a piggyback off of it. But one of the goals you have to set for yourself is that, okay, the goal is just to approach. It's not to get up to this girl and, get her number and then have 15 kids with her and marry her and all this other stuff, right? The goal is just to approach. That's the only goal. You can visualize yourself with a desired end result, as I talked about in this video, but at the end of the day, you have a checklist in your life, okay? On that checklist, you're just putting approach. Approach girl. Check. Even if it goes terrible. So the goal was completed, right? When you have that goal in mind, it doesn't matter how bad the interaction goes. And that's relevant because you are going to be overthinking everything if you are thinking about, oh, well, how can I, say the right thing so she'll marry me and she'll have all my kids, etc. That's all BS, okay? If your goal is just to approach, all you have to do is walk over to them and just say hi. If that's your goal, there's no way to overthink that, unless you're a complete retard and don't apply any other advice I give you. In that case, shame on you. But in any case, next, it's not that bad. Like I said, I was literally laughing on my way back. Okay, I was like, oh my god, like with my head all down. Right, I'm here the next day. I'm laughing about it. I'm literally on YouTube posting myself getting rejected. Okay. It's not that bad. Who cares? Okay, embarrassing stuff happens to us all the time. And you know what? If you are scared of rejection, you're not going to get anywhere. It's not only about women, it's about business as well. If I was scared of rejection in business, you know what? Actually, my business that has generated over 6 figures in revenue, if I was scared, when I first started, I had a bunch of people sending me death threats because my prices were a bit too high. Yeah, that community is really weird sometimes. But in any case, if I was scared, I was like, oh my god, they don't like me, and I just shut down my website, I would be at school right now. I would be a school cell. Actually, no, it's Saturday. Okay, if it was a Monday, I would be at school like a school cell. Or I'd be homeschooling, actually. But I'll still be in school. Okay, that's the point. I wouldn't be running a business, I wouldn't be making money, I wouldn't be financially free, etc. Third, you have to break down, and this is the most important lesson, in my opinion. You have to break down your limiting beliefs. Right? Your beliefs about rejection, specifically, logically. Because we're taught and we're conditioned by our food, physically and visually, via propaganda, to think very emotionally. When you think emotionally, you don't think logically. Okay, there's 2 areas of thinking. This is why I consider women a bit brash and dumb by my definition. Okay, I know, you can't say that. It's true, okay? Women think emotionally, and that's a good thing. Women are better at certain things than men because they think emotionally. But when you think emotionally, you don't think logically. You can't do both at the same time, because if you know anything about philosophy, the biggest issue comes in logical reasoning when you start thinking emotionally. You can't think logically, right? So, if you're just thinking emotionally, the littlest things, like, oh, what if I get rejected, are going to stop you from achieving anything in life. Meanwhile, if you think logically, you understand rejection is a necessary part of the process. And getting rejected multiple times and being willing to get rejected is one of the key factors in success, amongst many other things. But thinking logically will help you with all those things. So what you have to do is really start thinking logically. Force yourself to think logically. If you're thinking emotionally all the time, about how scared you are, how you don't want to do this, how you don't want to do that, think about it logically. Let's take this approach logically, okay? Let's say I was actually attracted to these girls and I saw them and I was like, I actually want to talk to them, right? It wasn't just some challenge my friend put me on, right? And I'm going to get him back. All right, I'm gonna send him to some unattractive woman, because that's what he did to me. Bastard. In any case. If you're watching, that's for you, Gavin. In any case. Sip of water. You can think emotionally like, oh, well, what if, again, I'm assuming I actually was attracted to these girls, like, oh, what if I get rejected? What if she says no? What if this? What if that? I kind of don't want that to happen. I don't want. I don't want that to happen. I don't want this to happen. I'm scared, etc. That's emotions. When you allow that to control you, you're not going to do it. If you think about it logically, the equation is, well, if I approach them, what's the worst that can happen? They look at me like I'm a dirty word I said earlier. Twice. Well, it's not that bad. I'm not going to die, am I? What's the upside? Well, oh wow, my camera just what the hell? Okay, let's fix this. Okay, that's better. Whatever. It's a bit too high still, but who cares? Or, the other side is, well, I get more experience, even if it goes bad. If it goes well, then I'm talking to some girl that I actually find attractive. Those are your logical path. There's no way to lose if you think about it logically, but if emotionally, there is a way to lose. And that's how it is for every single other thing, not just women, but all other things in life. So there's me getting embarrassed. Like I said, this is a deal video, okay? And if you really want to cement your ability, watch my other video about how to approach women, right? And it's not like one of those videos where it's like, oh, well, here's 10 things to say. No, it's how to get over your fear, how to actually get the balls to walk forward and just say hi. Because that's a very difficult thing, and I know it's very difficult. I've approached a decent amount of women. Most of them have gone pretty well, to be honest. I've had a few burgers, and that's an example of a burger. Although, I didn't really want to go in the first place. But in any case, alright? Remember the deal I made with you. If you want to join this movement, build back Christian men, okay? If you're a man, you can't be afraid of getting rejected, especially Christian men, because Christian men are supposed to be strong. Join the Discord, link in the description to join the movement. I already told you about the playlist in the description. Subscribe for future videos. Check out the other links in the description. Do whatever they say. Follow me, like my posts, whatever, because I'm amazing. Those are my call to actions. See you next video.